Feudalism is a social and economic system that dominated Europe during the Middle Ages, roughly from the 9th to the 15th century. It was characterized by a hierarchical structure where land was the main source of wealth and power. At the top of this hierarchy was the king, who granted large estates to nobles in exchange for military service and loyalty. These nobles, or lords, would then allocate portions of their land to vassals, who were usually knights, in return for similar loyalty and military service. At the bottom of the hierarchy were the peasants or serfs, who worked the land and provided agricultural produce to the upper classes in exchange for protection and the right to live on the land. Feudalism created a rigid social structure where everyone had a fixed place and set duties, reinforcing the power and wealth of the landholding elites. Let's discuss the key features of feudalism. First is hierarchical structure, a strict social order with the king at the top, followed by nobles, knights, and peasants. Second is land tenure. Land was the main source of wealth and power, distributed by the king to his vassals in exchange for service. Third is mutual obligations, a system of reciprocal duties where lords provided protection and land to vassals and serfs in return for service and labor. Fourth is manorial system. The basic economic unit was the manor, a self-sufficient estate managed by a lord and worked by serfs. Fifth is fealty and homage, ceremonial pledges of loyalty and service between lords and vassals. Criticism of feudalism. Feudalism is often criticized for its rigid class structure, which limited social mobility and entrenched inequality. The system inherently favored the landowning nobility and marginalized the peasantry, who had little opportunity to improve their social or economic status. This led to widespread poverty and exploitation of serfs, who were bound to the land and had few rights. The decentralized nature of feudalism also led to fragmented political power, contributing to frequent conflicts between rival lords and a lack of unified national governance. Additionally, the emphasis on land-based wealth and local self-sufficiency stifled economic innovation and trade, hindering broader economic development. Ongoing debate on feudalism. The legacy of feudalism continues to be a subject of debate among historians and economists. Some argue that feudal structures laid the groundwork for modern political and legal systems by establishing concepts of loyalty, service, and land tenure. Others contend that feudalism's restrictive social hierarchy and economic inefficiencies significantly delayed technological and economic progress. Debates also center on the extent to which feudalism varied across different regions and periods, influencing the development of distinct national identities and institutions. Additionally, comparisons are often drawn between feudalism and other hierarchical systems in history, examining how power and resources are distributed in different societal contexts.